So I finally got the weather window to do 9 coats of gel coat, 9 layers of gel coat, 9 coats of gel coat on the sanded through spots. So this was a couple of spots right down by the water line. So the tape is there to kind of give it the break like I did on the rest of the boat. And then up there is another spot I sanded through. It was literally right on the edge of where I built up for the chain plates over in here the last time. So it was an oopsie. So, and then, so those are the 2 major spots on this side. And there were 2 spots, I know this is hard to see because it's shadowed, but there were actually 2 spots up in there. One was like right there, the other one's over here somewhere. And then this one had a couple of spots up high by the cove stripe. So it was like up in there, I think, somewhere right in there. So yeah, that's all built up, and you'll see like for one little spot, it's like 6 feet, you know, by 3 feet. Basically, I stop at the cove stripe because I don't really need to go and build the bulwark up. So I didn't get much video of the before. So here's kind of an idea. So this orange peel is from the many coats of gel coat I put on. The deck just needs to be sanded down just to get it, you know, smoother, get some of this dirt and everything off of there. And then you can see, like, as I sanded the outside of the hull, it's all smooth and fair and nice and awesome. That's only 80 grit, so it looks fantastic, I think. So I've decided that I'm not going to sand to perfection down in the corner here because I'm going to be putting non-skid anyway. And I'm going to basically duplicate this side over here, this non-skid that I painted back in Aruba. And so I'm going to do the same. It'll be continuous all the way over here and then up that same distance. So now my original hope was that I could get down to, you know, 600 grit with the Flexi sander for this whole area. And lo and behold, where's the one? Yeah, here's one spot. I sanded through right there. And then I sanded through right there. So all the rest of this, however, the deck, the inside of the bulwarks, aside from those couple of spots, I think I'm pretty well good with the overall outcome. So I will need to redo the gel coat in those couple of spots. I've also decided that I might as well. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, right there. So there's a few spots. So I've decided that I might as well go ahead and finish sanding the deck side of the bulwarks in case I sand through again, which I probably will. It's just, there's a very high likelihood that I will. And you can see some of the guide coat here. That's not sanded through. That's just the guide coat when I put it on to sand over the edge when I did this side. So then I can get the deck all sanded nice and ready for paint. And then I can, once that's all good, then I can do all the hand sanding for the cove stripe and the scuppers. That should only take, you know, several months. Started sanding on this area on the bow, inside of the bulwarks, yesterday. You can see all the little patchy spots that have sanded up. And then today, so I got to about where the cabin top is. And today I got all the way back there to the 4th scupper. Right there. And on this side I got back to where the ladder is, so 4th scupper again. That's most of it. That's good. On to the next. I have 2 or 3 spots right in here. I think there's one right up here. Yeah, one on the bow right there. Little spot. And then I think there's another spot. Yeah, there's a spot there, and I think there's one more. Anyway, there's just a couple of spots here to recoat, but the bulwarks are actually looking really good. And then there's of course, a few little spots on the transom, like there's one right there. I think there's like 3 spots along that inside edge that I need to fix and all that. But I'm just gonna wait to do all this stuff in the back until the arch is off, and then I can have more unrestricted access to the gel coat sanding and polishing. I'll get it all sanded and polished before the arch comes back on. I just need to get the cross braces on and the main structure in place so when it's removed it doesn't collapse. So Boatyard neighbor Val gave me a couple of these Durablocks to try. I'm gonna give this round one a go and see if it sands the cove stripe in these things a lot easier. I think it will, so we'll give it a try. So the first time I sanded this by hand and with the crappy block, it really did not work. But this Durablock is absolutely incredible. This thing right here, it's just a round hook and loop, kind of semi-flexible kind of thing, and it took me, I don't know, I've spent maybe 5 minutes sanding the cove stripe, and look how fantastic it turned out. This is just amazing. And then here's the area I haven't touched yet, so you can see like it only took about 5 minutes to do that much area, and that's maybe 8 feet worth, so that's fantastic. This shaping this, you know, reshaping the scuppers have taken a little bit more time, but 10 minutes maybe, I don't know, not that bad. So I got this DC to DC charger all wired up today, and I figured I would even try to turn on the servo just for giggles, because well, I can. So I guess I'll give it a go. So, and just like that, we have a servo running, and that's the that's the what you're seeing, that's the 12 volt battery, and I think we can scroll around. No alarm system off. Menu. I have to go through and program this whole thing. I guess we can go see if the solar charge controllers, did they come on? Does not appear so. Oh, because there's no power. Yeah, I didn't get the cable. There's no, I don't have the cabling done. The network cable doesn't really matter. You gotta have them powered up. So even though the VE direct cables are hooked up, it's just there. I didn't get them all wired to that little box right there. So now that doodah is running, we can go over and see if it didn't show up over here on our Bluetooth, which it did. Look at that, Servo GX. And I wonder what can we see here. That's pretty cool. So that unfortunately took a minute, but it actually tells you the Bluetooth pin code inside the display there. So now Servo GX is paired with my iPad and the Smart Shunt. And I am, okay, so I am currently at 12.17 volts on that, and what I can do, let's see, the charger, I have to go off of memory, should be this one here. This, let me get out of this, see what it does here. Pages. So let's see if we turn this one on. Look, the light even comes on. Fancy. And then let's see if we got, so it was at 12.17 volts. I don't know if it did anything. It's like 2 amps to turn that off. Turn off the lights. It's really the only thing I got going on right now. Oh, I gotta set up this smart shunt. Not the smart shunt, the DC to DC charger. So I'm downloading the updated firmware. Cool. Maybe we'll make something happen here. Well, there's always something. So apparently I forgot to disconnect the wire bridge. This thing. And this little doodah is like the remote on off if you wanted to like hook it up to your engine so it would turn off with the turn on and off with the engine running or something like that. That's what that's for. So it was disabled. Let's see if it's if it came alive. Let's try this again, shall we? So you need to disconnect the little dongly jumper thingy to do all the programming, and then once it's all programmed, then you shove this thing, let's see, then you put the little jumper back in, and that should activate it. If I could see, precious light, there it is. And then the little on-off doodah came on. Let's see if it did anything this time. Bolt charge. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Well, that is absolutely amazing. Now I just need to figure out how to charge my 24 volt house bank. It's a little unconventional with the Victron stuff to actually just cycle the input power on and off, but that's kind of what I got going on here. So yeah, for now, we'll just leave it off. But it works. And I will certainly be playing with that. Look at that, the USB hub is on too. So I guess if we're done with all that, we can turn all that stuff off too. Okay. So I decided since I got the 24 volt house bank hooked up, I might as well give it a charge. And also while I'm charging, because this thing is very slow, I might as well charge the house bank. The 12 volt, excuse me, the 12 volt house bank, because one of the batteries went on low voltage protection. So it just, it was drained down to, 0%. So here I am using the DC to DC charger here for the first time, and everything's going good, except that now it's been on for about 30 minutes and it is extraordinarily hot. So it is cranking out the temperature. I think the servo is also getting hot up here, so this is not going to work out so well for a location, especially if this panel is closed. So I'm going to have to relocate that to a more heat-friendly location, which is probably going to be in the engine slash battery room. I'll just have to figure out a better spot. This is just, yeah, it's not going to work at all. And that's okay. That means I just need to re-cable everything since I did all that yesterday. Oh well. Live and learn.